All right, so we're back with the Rock in KACHEA once again in pool play here in Pool A. The Rock will play it into that back row. Still alive. And now sent across. And Rodriguez with her hit. That was dug out. And just like that, it's a 1-0 lead for the Wildcats. There's the kill for Alyssa Gibson. And in for KACHEA comes Emily O'Neill. Now Morgan Smith to serve. And it is an ace, so a 2-0 lead.
We could have a battle on our hands with this one.
Could be. Serve here, and another ace. Boy, that is a nasty serve. It just spins across the top of the net and just drops out. $3-0 lead for the Wildcats. Now a set in the middle. Put across by Doherty. Set to the outside, bumped across. On the middle, that's blocked out of bounds. And it's now a 4-0 lead for the Wildcats.
Both of these teams are undefeated thus far today.
Serve here, left up front, tipped across, and it's a 4-1 lead now for the Wildcats. Back to serve for the Rock is Maddie Fletcher. Now set in the middle, that hit the front of the net. This blocked out front, but then eventually falls in. So it's a 5-1 lead for KACHEA.
I have to tell you, John, I'm quite surprised.
Yep, the Wildcats have come to play at the early part of this one. That hit out of bounds by Rodriguez. Now it's a 6-1 lead for KACHEA. Serve here, played off the ceiling. Now sent across by Rodriguez. Put over by Carrick. Now the outside, that hit into the nets by Alexis McCrae, and it's 7-1. And the Rock is going to use a timeout. Well, that's an interesting development. 7-1 the lead for the KACHEA Wildcats. We will take a short break, come back with more of Game 1 here in just a moment. And that serve out of bounds. So 7-2 the lead for the Wildcats. And now Alexis McCrae to serve. And this dumped across. Set to the outside. Rodriguez. That's dug out in the back row. And now the ball will eventually fall on the Wildcats side of the net. So back over it comes to McCrae. She will serve here a 7-3 lead. That left up front and that clipped the top of the net. This blocked. And Once again, the Rock will serve. "7-4 is the lead for the KACHEA Wildcats here early. And that is an ace in the back corner. So that will make it 7-5.
Well, turned around quickly after that timeout.
It was a 7-1 lead, and since been 4 straight points for the Rock. And there's another ace. 7-6. Well, something seemed kind of off at the beginning of that game for the Rock. But as you mentioned, after that timeout, it seems like they've gotten things pointed in the right direction here. That hit inside the back corner for the Wildcats, giving them an 8-6 lead. And now Alyssa Gibson to serve.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and would ask you to share this live broadcast with your friends and family.
Center that back row, hit out of bounds by McCray. And we'll make it 9-6. Hammered home by Kariyama Rodriguez. 9-7, the lead now for the Wildcats. And back to serve for the Rock is Rodriguez. Back row, dug out by Rodriguez. Set near side, sent across out of bounds. And that will make it 10-7 KACHEA. Allison Weber checks in to serve. Serve here, played now far side. That's deflected, but the kill still will count for Giovanna Lopez. 10-8 is the lead for the Wildcats. And now Lopez, the freshman, will serve. And it is an ace, making it 10-9. Serve here is deflected and now knocked in, so another ace. And now we're tied up at 10, and we'll have a timeout to the KACHEA Wildcats. So the Rock has come back in a rather quick fashion to tie this game up after being down 7-1. We're tied at 10. And once again, NACA Sports, been around since 1980. The main goal is to not only further Christians walk in the Lord, but for those that aren't saved and happen to come here, maybe be a witness to them so that they can see more of these student athletes saved and go on to serve the Lord in other areas of their life. Today, they host over 3,000 athletes annually in 9 different sports. And just this weekend alone, they said there are 1,200 participants just this weekend. That is a huge amount of people at the top of this mountain. So out of the timeout, Giovanna Lopez will get set to serve. Serve left up front. Now set in the back row. This tipped across, and that will fall in. So 11-10, the lead for the Rock.
Looks like they're finally starting to settle in.
Serve here, a line drive. Now played up front. That's deflected out of bounds, and the kill for Callie Dill, and we're tied at 11. Back in for the Rock is Maddie Fletcher. Up front, set back to the near side, and there's a kill for Celian Concepcion. 12-11 the lead. Now for the Rock, and they will get set to serve. Set in the back row. Out of the outside, that hammered out of bounds by McCray. Just missed, and we're tied at 12.
You got to give these Wildcats credit, John.
Yeah, they keep fighting. Matter of fact, they came out on fire. Have a 7-1 lead, and they're still tied at 12. Outside, and that is a kill as it was deflected up front. Kill will go to Concepcion, and it's 13-12 the Rock leads. So Concepcion will serve here. Turned out front and out of bounds. So the ace makes it 14-12.
This is also their third game in 4 hours for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I mean, they've, especially this first day, you play a ton of games in a short amount of time. That is deflected up front, and I believe they're going to say that McCray is in the net. So 14-13 is the lead for the Rock. And Morgan Smith will serve. Left in the middle. And that kill will go to Grace Doherty. And now 15-13, the lead for the Rock. And Giovanna Lopez checks back in. Serve from Fletcher. Now up front it comes. Set back over the shoulder. Tipped across and down by Alexis McCray. And 16-13 is the lead for the Rock. Little floater. Now take it to the outside, tipped across, and that will fall in. Now 16-14, the Rock leads. Well, the Wildcats keep clawing away here, hanging on and staying in this game. Down by just 2. Outside, that was deflected, and the kill for McCray makes it now 17-14. Serve here. Set back on the near side. And outside it goes. McCray fires. That's dug out in that black line. And now hit into the net by Barnett. 18-14, the lead for the Rock. Serve here. Set back the near side. That played by McCray. Now back row. Wow, that hammered from the back row inside the back line of the Wildcats. And Concepcion makes it now 19-14, the lead for the Lions. And McCray's serve is well short of the net. It'll make it 19-15. As Hope Reed checks into the lineup for McCray. Set goes to the outside, and the kill for Kuriyama Rodriguez. Now 20-15 is the lead. Set to the outside. Now is tracked down in the back row. And bumped over by Concepcion. And that hammered in that back corner for a kill for Callie Dill. 20-16, the lead for the Rock. Now, Allison Weber will serve for the Wildcats. Sent back across, and now Wildcats will play it. And there's a kill for Morgan Smith. So 20-17 is the lead for the Rock. Weber serve. And now sent across. Wildcats will play it. The Rock sets it near side. That was blocked up front. Now tipped over. Sent across by Rivera. It's also deflected up front. Rivera with the kill makes it 21-17. Thing about the Rock is they just keep coming. They have so many different weapons, and they just keep coming. You get away from one person, and then there's one or two more right there.
They're definitely going to be a contender.
Yeah, this hasn't been their strongest game, but they're still up by 4. Set in the middle, tipped across and down by Grace Doherty. Now we'll make it 22-17, the lead for the Rock. And Giovanna Lopez will get set to serve. And out to the outside, put across there by Rivera. Blocked at the front of the net by Doherty. Set in the middle, and the kill for Grace Doherty. It's now 23-17. Well, when she gets that set, it's good night. Timeout to the Wildcats here. 23-17 is the lead for the Rock. Be back here in just a moment with the conclusion of game number 1. (23-17) out of the timeout. Giovanna Lopez serves it up out of the outside. That hit into the net by Morgan Smith, making it 24-17. And now game point coming up here for Lopez and the Lions of the Rock. Side, that's deflected. It'll eventually fall in, so 24-18. The lead now for the Rock, and back into the lineup comes Maddie Fletcher. Serve here. Played up front, set in the middle, and the kill for Grace Doherty, and that'll do it for game one. 25-18, the Rock defeats the Wildcats of KACHEA. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with game number 2, and during that time, we'll roll a few things from some of our sponsors here at NACA. Game number 2 starts out as the Wildcats serve it up first. And kill for Alondra Vasquez. 1-0 the lead for the Rock. And this blocked up front, and that will make it 2-0 the lead for the Lions. again, Alondra Vasquez to serve. And the Rock will set it up. Once again, the Rock now to the outside. And that I believe they said it was blocked out of bounds, but I'm pretty sure it went off the net. But apparently they said that it was touched, so it is a 3-0 lead. And that serve goes into the net. So 3-1.
You don't see that very often from Vasquez.
Nope. No, not very often, but the only time that happens is if the set gets her kind of off balance a little bit. There's one that gets deflected up front. And that's blocked, but it falls on the Rock side of the net. So 3-2 now the lead for the Rock. So Carrick's serve is into the net, making it now 4-2. Back to serve for the Rock is Maddie Fletcher. This return played back near side, and there's a kill. Wow. Hammered by Concepcion. Now a 5-2 lead for the Rock. This blocked up front. And once again, the Rock on a little bit of a roll here. They lead at 6-2. Fletcher is set to serve one more time. And again, all of these matches aren't really true matches in the sense that it isn't like a best of 3 or best of 5 type thing. They're just literally playing 2 games to 25 and counting each game separately in a total that will then be used for the brackets tomorrow. So now 7-2 the lead for the Rock. And that serve goes into the net. Service error makes it 7-3. And now Alyssa Gibson to serve for the Wildcats. And that partially blocked up front, but still falls in. So the kill will count for Giovanna Lopez, making it 8-3. And that hit into the net by Anna Grace Carrick, make it now 9-3 the lead for the Rock. And once again, set to serve for the Lions is Celian Concepcion. And there is an ace. And now a 10-3 lead. Serve here, a shorter serve, just a little floater. Back near side, put across and down by Callie Dill. It's into the lineup for KACHEA. Comes Allison Weber. Weber's serve here. Play now up front. Set into that back row, and there's a kill in that back corner. Make it now I believe that was Vasquez with the kill. Make it 11-5. Or excuse me, 11-4. They were correcting the scores. I was looking at it, so Back near side, and that one fired by Smith. Good dig on the far side for the Rock. And then finally the kill for Vasquez. Did a nice job of a one-handed save on the original hit. Now 12-4, the Rock leads. Serve here, wow. A little bit of steam on that from Rodriguez. Now far side, and that ricochets and stays there.
Our play-by-play specialist, John Chappell, has retrieved that ball. We appreciate that.
I had to get off the mic and go rescue the volleyball. All right. Serve here from Rodriguez. Play now up front. Sent across, and the Rock will set it up into the back row. Rodriguez again, and that will fall in. And Kariyama's just been very, very solid and pretty much the best player we've seen thus point in the tournament. Of course, we've only seen 6 teams.
Yeah, after speaking to Coach White of the Rock, she said number 1 has a big swing. She can really hit, bring it down.
And from anywhere, too. Back row, front row, serve. 14-4 is the lead for the Rock here in Game 2. And then we have Ezekiel and Forest Lake B coming up next. That'll be the last game out of the Group A. Then we'll have a couple more games from 2 different groups to close out the day session. And then there'll be a little break, and we'll come back at 8:15 tonight for one more game.
We'll see if Rodriguez can pick up where she left off.
So once again, Rodriguez will serve for the Rock out of the timeout, and this time just puts a regular serve across. Outside, boy, that's a good hit on the far side by Hannah Barnett. The kill makes it 14-5. Jana Wiggs will check in for the Lions. Serve here by Barnett. And near side, that's deflected. And now it eventually falls on the Wildcat side of the net. 15-5 is the lead for the Rock. Again, Grace Doherty back in. Serve here from Giovanna Lopez. It's blocked up front, now tracked down. Lopez fires, that's dug out in the back row, and then hammered again, this time by Vasquez. And it's 16-5.
There really isn't any weak links in this team.
No. That's the problem. If you're planning against them, as outside it goes, that's deflected. Now set into the back row. Played there by Concepcion. Now tipped across. Set to the outside. That hit out of bounds. So 16-6 the lead now for the Rock. Yeah, the real problem, if you're matching up with them, is usually you have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 people that you really need to key on to stop a team. The problem is the Rock is pretty level across the board. Now, there's a couple of players that are slightly better than the rest, but they all can make plays. So you stop one, and then somebody else comes back. And much like you saw in Game 1 of this match, where The Wildcats got out to a 7-1 lead, and the Rock was just kind of sputtering a little bit. It didn't take them long for the team to kind of get things righted and get on the right track. And since then, they've been dominating this match, and that's hit out of bounds, except for when they make some errors like that, when they hit it out of bounds. 16-8 to lead now for the Rock.
And if you're a Wildcat fan tuning in from Kingsport, Tennessee, keep in mind that not only does this pool play determine seeds, it's also a determining factor for division classification.
Right, sure. Yes, you end up, the whole idea with this is with the round robin pool play, as it's now 17-8 the lead for the Rock, is the fact that they want to get you in a division where you fit. So both of these teams will end up playing other teams that are their same caliber, and that's how it should be. You want to be in the correct division, so that's why they do pool play, to determine that. And just because you lose a game, and there's a kill up front, nice play by Alyssa Gibson. Just because you lose a game or two here today doesn't really mean a whole lot, because the actual tournament portion starts tomorrow and goes Thursday and Friday, and those are the games that count toward the end of everything. These are just kind of to determine where you should be. Give you a chance to play some extra volleyball too. That blocked up front by Vasquez. Now an 18-9 lead for the Rock. Emily O'Neill back in for the Wildcats. Kariama Rodriguez will check back in for the Lions.
This is Vasquez, who I believe is a sophomore serving.
Yep, Vasquez is a sophomore. Rodriguez is a sophomore. Even Concepcion is a sophomore.
Yeah, you keep telling me that, but you just have to remind me, because, it's just hard to believe.
Yeah, it really is. That's served out of bounds. So 18-10 the lead for the Rock. Back in the middle, that blocked up front and eventually falls in. That'll make it 18-12 lead for the Lions.
So in all their 4 divisions, there will be 4 champions crowned. And your Wildcats from Kingsport, Tennessee could very well be one of those champions that are crowned.
They sure could, because everything starts for real tomorrow. Serve here from Fletcher is into the net. That'll make it 19-12. And now Alyssa Gibson to serve. Set to the outside. That hammered by Lopez, but dug out. And a little soft hit on the near side by Concepcion falls in. Make it now 20-12, the lead for the Rock. Serve here is out of bounds. 20-13, the Lions lead. Allison Weber will check in to serve. Also Hope Reed in the lineup. In the back row it goes. It's just tipped across by Vasquez. And now we have a double hit on the Wildcats. 21-13, the lead for the Rock. Serve here. Played now near side. Put across by Smith. And that blocked up front by Callie Dill. Make it 21-14, the Rock. As Jana Wiggs will check back in. Serve here, played now to the outside. And the kill for Vasquez, 22-14. In favor of the Rock as Grace Doherty back in. Serve tracked down on the far side. Pumped over by Smith. And there's a kill on the near side by Nicole Rivera. Makes it 23-14. Serve here, now played near side. And somebody was in the net for the Rock. I think it might have been Doherty. At 23-15, the Lions lead. And Maddie Fletcher back in. Serve here, played in the middle. Doherty had that blocked. And there's a kill for Alondra Vasquez. 24-15. Now game point here for the Rock.
I have been impressed by the way the Wildcats challenged the net.
Yeah, and I mean they've hung around. I mean they've given the Rock a game. At one point they led 7-1 in game one. And that is out of bounds off the hands of Concepcion, making it 24-16. Now Emily O'Neill back in. And set on the near side. And that is out of bounds on the far side, so 24-17. Smith serve. Played up front, set in the middle. Doherty just tips it across and down, and that'll do it. 25-17 is the final in game two, so the Rock takes a couple of games here. Up next, we have Ezekiel and Forest Lake B. That game scheduled for 3 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll take a break, come back with that. You've been watching the National Championship Volleyball Tournament from NACA at Fort Bluff Camp.